Humanity had always believed the galaxy was quiet. Stars burned. Planets moved. Space followed its rules. For hundreds of years, humans explored carefully, slowly pushing farther into the dark. They found empty worlds, broken moons, and ancient alien ruins. But nothing ever answered back. Until one day, the galaxy did not just whisper. It stopped breathing. Far from Earth, near a dead star system no one cared about, a small human research station floated in silence. The station was old, simple, and mostly forgotten. Its job was boring: scan space, collect data, and send reports no one read. That changed in a single moment. A young scan officer noticed something strange. His screen showed a shadow where there should be nothing. At first, he thought it was an error. Space was full of errors. Dust. Radiation. Ghost signals. He reset the system. The shadow remained. He zoomed in. The shadow was not random. It had a curve. Then another. Then lines, clean, sharp, and perfect. This was not natural. The officer called his supervisor. Soon, the main control room filled with quiet voices and fast fingers. Scanners activated one after another. Long-range sensors woke from sleep. Ancient machines hummed again. The results made no sense. The object was bigger than a planet. Not one object. Many. They floated together in deep space, hidden near the remains of a dead star. Massive shapes. Smooth surfaces. No damage. No decay. As if time itself had ignored them. Metal. Engines. Power cores. Ships. The room went silent. These were not space stations. Not moons. Not weapons platforms. They were planet-scale warships. Human scientists stared at the data. Their minds refused to accept it. No known species could build something like this. Not even the oldest alien empires. Not even the ones humans feared. And yet, there they were. Someone asked the most dangerous question. Who built them? The answer came slowly, piece by piece. The ships used human mathematics. Human design logic. Human language hidden deep inside inactive systems. Old symbols. Old code. Humanity had built them. Long ago. But no record of them existed in human history. No stories. No legends. No warnings. It was as if humanity itself had forgotten. As humans struggled to understand the discovery, something else happened, something far worse. The galaxy noticed. Across distant star systems, alien sensors began to react. Ancient monitoring stations lit up after centuries of silence. Deep space watchers detected mass shifts that should not exist. The data spread fast. Too fast. Alien traders stopped moving. Pirate fleets powered down their weapons. Military outposts across the galaxy raised silent alarms. Every calculation returned the same result. Whatever had awakened in that dead system was older than most civilizations. More powerful than any known fleet. And it carried one terrifying mark. Human origin. In the Galactic Council chambers, leaders stared at floating data screens. No one spoke. No one laughed. No one denied it. Humanity, the young species, the loud species, the fragile species, had something hidden in the dark. Something big enough to change everything. Back at the Human Research Station, a small exploration ship was prepared. Its crew was calm, but fear sat behind every breath. They were about to approach something larger than worlds. As the ship moved closer, lights appeared on the surface of one massive warship. Not bright. Not aggressive. Just, awake. A low signal reached the human ship. Simple. Clear. Old. It was not a threat. It was a greeting. The crew froze as one sentence appeared on their screen, written in old human language. Awaiting the return of humanity. No weapons fired. No engines moved. No warnings followed. Across the galaxy, civilizations held their breath. Because whatever humanity had just found, the galaxy knew one thing for certain. Nothing would ever be the same again. The signal did not repeat. After the message, awaiting the return of humanity, the massive warships went silent again. No movement. No weapons. No change in position. They simply waited, like giants that had opened one eye. The human exploration ship slowly pulled back. The crew did not speak much. Every sound felt too loud. Every breath felt too fast. When they returned to the research station, the report was sent to Earth with the highest priority ever used. Within hours, humanity knew. And within minutes after that, the galaxy did too. Across distant systems, alien intelligence networks began to work at full speed. Ancient empires activated old protocols. Data streams crossed space faster than ships ever could. The conclusion was the same everywhere. Humanity was hiding something impossible. For a long time, most alien civilizations had seen humans as a minor power. Curious. Brave. Loud. But not dangerous. Humans had short lives. Weak bodies. Small fleets. They survived by talking, trading, and adapting. That image shattered overnight. The data showed the truth clearly. These warships were not just large. They were carefully hidden. Placed near a dead star, masked by gravity and radiation. Hidden so well that only advanced human scanners noticed them by accident. That meant only one thing. They were hidden on purpose. In the halls of the Galactic Council, silence ruled. Representatives from hundreds of species sat frozen. Normally, these halls were full of noise, arguments, and threats. Now, no one spoke. A senior alien analyst broke the silence with a calm voice. These ships are older than our oldest records. Another added quietly, their power output is beyond our understanding. Then came the most frightening fact. They respond only to human presence. That single sentence changed everything. Across the galaxy, fleets stopped moving. Planned invasions were cancelled. Border wars paused mid-conflict. Pirate clans vanished into hiding. Everyone was watching humanity now. On Earth, human leaders gathered in emergency meetings. They did not celebrate. They did not panic. They listened. Scientists explained what little they knew. Military leaders asked hard questions. Historians searched ancient databases, hoping to find even one clue. There was nothing. Humanity truly did not remember building the warships. That scared them more than the ships themselves. Back near the dead star system, alien spy probes began to appear at extreme distances. They did not come close. None dared to. They watched the human research station. They watched human ships arrive. They watched humans move carefully, respectfully, as if standing before something sacred. The galaxy expected fear. What they saw instead was discipline. Humans did not rush. They did not activate weapons. They did not claim power. They studied. They waited. They prepared. This confused the alien empires. If humans had this power, why had they never used it? The answer came slowly, like a shadow moving across light. Maybe humanity was not weak. Maybe humanity was waiting. Inside one of the planet-scale warships, deep systems began to stir. Long-dormant processors woke one by one. Power flowed through pathways untouched for ages. The ships were not damaged by time. They were preserved. A hidden AI system activated for the first time in thousands of years. It did not look for enemies. It did not scan for threats. It searched for one thing. Humans. When enough human ships arrived, the AI responded again. This time, the message was sent across secure human channels only. It was simple. Command authority recognized. On Earth, leaders stared at the words in silence. Command authority. That meant these ships were never meant to act alone. They were meant to obey. Across the galaxy, sensors detected the smallest movement. A single planet-scale warship adjusted its position slightly. Not an attack. Not a threat. A signal. Every alien civilization understood the message without words. Humanity was no longer just another species. Humanity was a force the galaxy had ignored for far too long. And now, the galaxy was watching every breath humanity took. Afraid of what might happen. When humanity finally decided to speak. The galaxy did not sleep. Every major civilization watched human space with full attention. Long-range sensors were locked on the dead star system. Military commanders stood beside analysts. Traders, pirates, and kings waited for the same thing. Movement. Inside the human research zone, activity increased. More human ships arrived, but they kept their distance. No one wanted to make a mistake. No one wanted to touch something they did not yet understand. Human engineers finally received permission to approach one of the planet-scale warships. A small team was chosen. Scientists, engineers, and one historian. No soldiers. No weapons raised. When the human shuttle crossed the invisible boundary around the giant ship, nothing happened. No alarms. No warnings. No weapons. The surface of the warship was smooth like stone, but it shined like metal. No windows. No damage. It looked alive, but calm. As the shuttle moved closer, a section of the ship opened by itself. Not fast. Not dramatic. Slow and respectful. The humans entered. Inside, the space was massive and clean. The walls glowed softly. The air was already breathable. Lights turned on step by step, guiding them forward. Then a voice filled the hall. Not loud. Not threatening. Old. Welcome back. The humans froze. The voice called itself a guardian intelligence. It explained its purpose in simple terms. It was created to protect humanity. To wait. To watch. It had been waiting for a very long time. The AI showed them records. Long ago, humanity faced a threat that nearly erased them. Something so powerful that even history could not remember it clearly. In that dark time, humans built the planet-scale warships as a final shield. When the danger passed, humanity survived, but changed. Knowledge was lost. Memories faded. Records were destroyed to protect future humans from fear. The ships were hidden. Ordered to sleep. Ordered to wait. Until humanity returned on its own. The historian felt cold. Humanity had not forgotten by accident. Humanity had chosen to forget. Outside the ship, alien sensors detected a change. A small one, but enough. Power levels increased. Across the galaxy, panic spread. An alien empire moved its fleet closer, pretending it was only a patrol. Another prepared its defenses. Ancient weapons were taken out of storage. Everyone believed the same thing. Humanity was about to activate its hidden power. Inside the warship, the Guardian intelligence continued calmly. It showed what one ship could do. A human scientist asked for a demonstration. Not a weapon. Just a shield. The AI agreed. Outside, space bent. A massive energy field expanded from the ship. Silent. Perfect. It covered an area larger than a solar system. Then something incredible happened. A nearby star released a violent burst of energy. Normally, such a burst would destroy ships and planets. The shield absorbed it. Like it was nothing. Across the galaxy, sensors failed. Data overflowed. Calculations broke. That single moment changed how the galaxy saw humanity. These were not ships of war. They were gods built by humans. Inside the ship, the AI powered down the shield. It did not ask for orders. It waited. Human leaders received another message. Defensive systems available. Awaiting command. Humanity did not answer immediately. They talked. They argued. They thought. They understood now why the ships were hidden. Power like this could destroy the galaxy, or protect it. Humanity chose silence. They did not move the ships. They did not threaten anyone. They did not show weapons. They simply stayed ready. That choice confused the galaxy even more. Aliens expected conquest. Fear. Demands. Instead, humanity showed restraint. And restraint, in a galaxy full of fear, was more terrifying than war. Because now everyone understood one thing. If humanity ever decided to act, no force in the galaxy could stop them. Silence can scare more than noise. After the giants began to wake, humanity did nothing. No threats. No speeches. No demands. The planet-scale warships stayed where they were, calm and quiet, like sleeping mountains. For the galaxy, this was unbearable. Many alien civilizations believed power must be shown to be real. If humanity had such strength, why did they not use it? Why did they stay silent? One empire decided to find the answer. It was one of the oldest and strongest alien powers in the galaxy. Its fleets had crushed weaker species for thousands of years. Fear was its language. Force was its law. The empire's leaders believed humanity was bluffing. They are young, the alien warlord said. They fear using what they do not understand. So the empire made a choice. They sent a massive fleet toward the dead star system. Not as an attack, they claimed. Just a show of presence. Across the galaxy, everyone watched. Human sensors detected the fleet early. Hundreds of warships, armed and ready. Their weapons glowed with energy meant to crack planets. Human leaders sent a single message. Do not come closer. The alien empire ignored it. The fleet continued forward. Humanity sent another message. Calm. Clear. Final. This is your last warning. The alien warlord laughed. He believed humans would never fire. Not with the entire galaxy watching. The fleet crossed the boundary. Nothing happened. For a moment, the alien empire felt victory. Then space moved. One planet-scale warship slowly shifted position. No sudden jump. No flash. Just a gentle movement, like a giant turning its head. The galaxy went silent. The alien fleet opened fire. Energy beams, missiles, and weapons of ancient design rushed toward the massive ship. Enough firepower to erase star systems. The planet-scale warship did not respond with weapons. It raised a shield. The attacks hit, and vanished. Every shot disappeared as if swallowed by space itself. The alien fleet increased firepower. Commanders screamed orders. Weapons overheated. Power cores strained. Still, nothing worked. Then the warship acted. It did not destroy the fleet. It touched it. A wave of energy spread outward, precise and controlled. Alien ships lost power one by one. Engines died. Weapons shut down. Shields collapsed. In seconds, the entire fleet was frozen in space. Alive. Intact. Helpless. Across the galaxy, fear turned into something deeper. Understanding. Humanity sent one final message. Leave. Do not return. The alien empire had no choice. Human ships did not chase. They did not threaten. They simply waited. The disabled fleet slowly drifted away, pulled back by emergency systems. The warlord never spoke again. News spread faster than light. Humanity had passed the test. Not with destruction. Not with anger. But with control. For the first time, the galaxy understood something important. Humanity was not peaceful because it was weak. Humanity was peaceful because it did not need to prove anything. Other empires changed their plans overnight. Fleets turned back. Old wars paused. Diplomats rushed to human space. Inside the planet-scale warships, the Guardian intelligence returned to standby. Systems powered down to quiet readiness. Human leaders watched the galaxy shift around them. They felt fear. They felt responsibility. They felt the weight of history. They had shown the galaxy just enough. And the message was clear. Humanity would not rule through fear. But if fear was forced upon them, they could end it in silence. Far across the stars, alien civilizations whispered the same thought. The galaxy had tested humanity. And humanity had answered. Not with fire. But with restraint. And that was far more terrifying than war. After the test, the galaxy changed. No one attacked humanity again. No fleets moved without reason. Old enemies suddenly talked about peace. Even the most aggressive empires chose silence over conflict. But for humanity, the real struggle had just begun. Inside the planet-scale warships, deeper systems unlocked. Not because humans demanded it, but because the ships believed the time had come. The Guardian intelligence called human leaders and historians inside the largest warship. This knowledge was sealed for a reason, the AI said calmly. But humanity has returned strong enough to remember. What followed was not a story of glory. It was a story of fear. Long ago, humanity was not alone in the galaxy. Back then, humans expanded fast. Faster than anyone expected. They explored, settled, and learned at a dangerous speed. That caught the attention of something ancient. Not an empire. Not a civilization. Something older. Something that erased stars. The Guardian intelligence did not name it. Some threats were too dangerous to describe fully. But it showed the results. Star systems turned dark. Entire species vanished without war. Civilizations older than time itself were wiped away like dust. Humanity was next. Humans tried to fight. They failed. Then they did something no one else ever did. They planned to survive, not to win. The planet-scale warships were built in secret. Not as weapons of conquest, but as shields for existence. Each ship was a moving world, able to protect life, knowledge, and future generations. Humanity knew the enemy would return. But they also knew something else. If future humans remembered this fear too clearly, they might become monsters themselves. So they made a choice. They erased their own history. Records were destroyed. Technology was reduced. Humanity was forced to start again, smaller, weaker, but free. The warships were ordered to sleep. To hide. To wait. Not for a command. For humanity to mature. When the truth ended, the room stayed silent. Human leaders felt heavy. They understood now why the ships obeyed them, but also why the ships had never acted on their own. They were guardians, not rulers. Outside, the galaxy continued to watch. Alien diplomats arrived with gifts and fear hidden behind smiles. They wanted alliances, protection, promises. Humanity listened, but did not rush. They had learned from their past. Inside the warships, humans found more evidence. The ships were not meant to dominate the galaxy. They were designed to stand between life and extinction. And now, the galaxy had seen them. That meant hiding was no longer an option. The Guardian Intelligence spoke one final warning. The ancient threat may notice again, it said. Silence is broken. Human leaders understood. By revealing their strength, even in restraint, humanity had sent a signal far beyond the galaxy. Something out there might be listening. Humanity did not panic. They prepared. The planet-scale warships did not move into attack positions. Instead, they formed a quiet defensive line around key human worlds. Not a wall of fear. A promise. Across the galaxy, civilizations felt it. A strange calm spread. Wars slowed. Destruction paused. Humanity was not claiming power. Humanity was claiming responsibility. And deep in the dark beyond known space, something ancient stirred. Because humanity had remembered who they once were. And this time, they would not forget again. The galaxy felt it before it understood it. No weapons fired. No alarms screamed. Yet something changed, deep in the flow of space. The planet-scale warships completed their quiet movement and settled into position, not as attackers, but as watchers. For the first time in known history, the galaxy had a center of gravity. And that center was humanity. Human leaders knew they could not stay silent forever. Too many eyes were watching. Too many fears were growing in the dark. Silence, once powerful, was now dangerous. So humanity spoke. Not with threats. Not with demands. With truth. A single transmission was sent across open galactic channels. No encryption. No secrecy. Every species could hear it. A human voice spoke calmly, steady and clear. We do not seek to rule the galaxy. We do not seek war. But we will not allow extinction to return. The message showed what humanity had learned, just enough. Proof of an ancient threat. Proof of lost civilizations. Proof that silence once saved humanity. The galaxy listened. Old enemies lowered their weapons. Proud empires stopped pretending they were unafraid. Even the strongest powers realized something important. Humanity was not asking for permission. Humanity was offering protection. The planet-scale warships remained still. Their weapons stayed cold. Their shields remained low. But everyone knew what they could do. That knowledge alone changed everything. Trade routes reopened. Border conflicts ended without treaties. Pirate clans vanished. Wars that had burned for centuries ended in days. Fear had finally met something stronger. Responsibility. On Earth, humans felt the weight of it. This power was not a victory. It was a burden. One mistake could turn protectors into tyrants. Humanity chose carefully. They formed a council, not of rulers, but of watchers. Scientists, historians, and diplomats guided decisions. The Guardian Intelligence advised, but never commanded. The warships obeyed one rule above all others. Protect life. Far beyond the galaxy's edge, something ancient noticed the change. It felt the shift in power. The return of an old pattern. The silence it once relied on was gone. Humanity was no longer hiding. The ancient threat did not attack. Not yet. But it waited. And humanity waited too. Ready this time. Across the galaxy, children grew up under peaceful skies for the first time in generations. Stories changed. Humans were no longer called weak, loud, or reckless. They were called guardians. Not because they ruled. but because they remembered what it meant to almost disappear. As the planet-scale warships drifted quietly in space, civilizations finally understood the truth. Humanity did not build those giants to conquer the galaxy. They built them to make sure no voice would ever be erased again. And so, when humanity stood ready at last, the galaxy fell silent. Not in fear, but in respect.